Welcome everybody live to Provo, Utah, where we have the visiting Miners of Park City taking on Provo Bulldogs here on senior night. My name is Jim Zahn. I'll be joined alongside Kale Bybee. We are just getting underway here. We're 20 seconds into quarter number one here on senior night. Bulldogs starting all five seniors per usual. Mitchell Lynn with the early three-pointer. And now a turnover for the Bulldogs. Nice pass there from Cutter Lapine. He finds Trons Griselle for an easy layup. We're just a minute in now into the first quarter. 2-0. Park City leads by 2. Park City comes into the night at 5-10. Bulldogs at 8-8.
Yeah, you look at Park City, their record's a little deceiving coming in at 5-10. They recently played the Wasatch Wasps and absolutely destroyed them. Won 82-65.
That's a very good Wasatch Wasp team. They were led behind Mitchell Lind, the Miners' leading scorer, number 3. He's averaging 15 points a game. He had 30 in that contest. And the thing with the Miners is they have a lot of shooters. All four of their leading scorers in Tabarachi, Lapine, Spink, and Lind each have hit over 23s from behind. 23s in their 15 games so far. Talking about threes, there's Isaac Castagnetto right there, picking up where he left off with the baseline corner 3.
Yeah, Isaac Castagnetto, senior guard, averaging over 20 points per game.
Smooth move there from Mitchell Lind. Gets in, makes it 4-3. 1 point lead now for the Miners. 5:31 to play in the first quarter. So the Bulldogs don't play a ton of teams that are smaller than them. Park City it definitely is, however. Isaac, he's feeling it early on. Notches that 3, 6-4. All points to Isaac Castagnetto. And number 24 there, Carson Tabarachi took one too many steps. He's called for the walk. 6-4, Bulldogs lead it. And early on, the Miners start off in a little 1-2-2 press, and then they'll fall into a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, you mentioned Provo coming in with a clear size advantage, but early on Isaac Castagnetto taking advantage of this 2-3 zone with 2 3-pointers of his own.
And coming into tonight, there were 2 keys to the game for Park City. The first being to limit the number of times that JP gets the ball down there on the low post. As Adam Spink sinks a 3, making it 7-6. But with the shorter lineup, they want to limit JP and his inside presence, and opening up in this 2-3 zone, they've already disrupted him twice. Isaac, that 3, way off the mark. And now McCune will set up his offense.
Great ball movement there by the Bulldogs. I would have liked to see JP try to kick it out for one extra pass rather than go up with 2 defenders on him right there. But he got the foul and is on the line now for 2.
And you look at the strengths and weaknesses of a 2-3 zone. I mean, the obvious weakness is you leave openings for shooters, and we've seen that already with 2 3-pointers from Isaac Castagneto. As in a 2-3 zone, you're pretty much daring the team to take threes, and you're just hoping they miss. But then obviously the strength, you can collapse when anyone penetrates, and that's what they're doing right now, trying to limit JP Camargo whenever he gets that ball. He's going up against 2-3 defenders whenever he tries to attack the rim. So now 7-7, 3:50 to play in quarter number 1. Lynn's got 5 early on, Grizel with 2. Quick fire there from the smallest player on the court, Cutter Lapine. That's off the mark. Cutter Lapine, very impressive, coming in just 5'9". He has had 11 straight games with a 3-pointer. It was just his first game that he didn't have a 3-point make. And he's a very high IQ basketball player. And speaking of it right there, he keeps his streak alive. Cutter Lapine. They left him alone, and he makes him pay.
Yeah, not what you want if you're Coach Johnson, leaving one of Park City's highly proficient 3-point shooters, giving him a wide open 3. He's not going to miss those very often.
Great inside out there, and McKay Roberts sinks the 3 here on senior night. McKay Roberts has been playing absolutely out of his mind lately. 4 straight games in double digits. He's averaging 7 points a game, but coming off 2 15-point performances and playing very confidently on the offensive end. And now a charging foul there on Mitchell Lynn. Great defense from Ty McCune.
Yeah, early on in the season when you had the game plan for Provo, it was really like you were fighting a 2-headed monster with Isaac Castagneto and JP Camargo. And it led to some wins, but quite a bit of losses as well. Coach Johnson was really looking for a third player to emerge and become a leader and get some points on the board. And McKay Roberts has really done that the past couple games.
So now it is 10-10. We're all tied up here with 2 minutes to play in quarter number 1. Here comes JP Camargo showing off some handles at 6'7".
Student section loved that one.
A deep 3 there from Adam Spink, and that is off the mark. Miners still in that press, and now into the game for JP Camargo. They bring in a shooter, which is what we would have expected with this 2-3 zone in Lincoln Johnson. Isaac Castagneto so patient there on the high post, waited, no one collapsed, and easy 18-foot jumper there for the veteran guard. 12-10, Bulldogs lead by 2. And a 5-second call there Great defense from the Bulldogs. Cooper Mueller was there on the baseline. Didn't get it in time. Great hustle there. Those are the small things that if you do enough of them right, you win basketball games. 12-10, 50 seconds to play. Now Isaac Castagnetto taking JP's role as the center, just floating around in that high post. McKay's shot looked like it was tipped there. 30 seconds to play. And now the ball up to Cutter LaPine. And we'd think they'd probably hold for the final shot of quarter number 1. Cutter LaPine, a deep three. That is just short.
I'm not sure I like that shot there. Taking contested three, and there's still lots of time left on the clock. 12 seconds.
So now 10 seconds left. The Bulldogs will get the final shot. At the buzzer, just off the mark there for Lincoln Johnson. Great find there from Tommy Kuhn, but we'll go to the break. Quarter number 1 is done. 12-10. Bulldogs lead by 2. We'll be back in a few more minutes. We welcome you back as we get quarter number 2 underway. 12-10, Bulldogs lead by 2. Matthew Ryanier into the game, looking to get a few more minutes here on senior night. Foul call there on Lincoln Johnson, so Mitchell Lind will head to the line for 2.
It's an interesting foul call there, James. It looked to me as if Johnson was straight up and that Lind jumped into him. But regardless, Lind sinks one of 2 free throws.
That makes it 12-11, and the Bulldogs' lead is down to 1. Miners still in that 2-3 zone. Looks like Coach Purcell likes what he's seeing defensively. Great patience there. Isaac Castagnetto just probes, looks around, takes in what is going on around him, and then just such a smart player. Mitchell Lind a little far back there on that three. Not sure he realized just how far back he was. So it will be 14-11. Bulldogs lead by 3. We're a minute in to quarter number 2. Isaac Castagnetto for 3, you betcha. Great find from Lincoln Johnson. Isaac having a great first half.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I think Isaac Castagnetto likes playing against the zone. 13 points already in the first half. Lind responds to 2.
Be interesting to see just how long Coach Purcell stays in his zone, because obviously Isaac Castagneto has not been fazed by it. 13 points. He's 3 for 4 from beyond the arc, as well as a couple buckets inside. 17-13, Bulldogs lead by 4. 6 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Great hustle there for Park City, getting an extra possession.
Oh! What a leak-out pass there from Ty McEwen. Great vision just over the outstretched arms of the defender, and just a uncharacteristic miss there from Isaac Castagneto. Wide open layup on the fast break.
I think Castagneto was caught off guard from how perfect that pass was.
17-13, Bulldogs lead by 4. JP Camargo owning the paint. Block and then a board there. JP Camargo, he sizes up his defender and then drives left and finishes with that sweet left hand. Little hook shot in the lane, 19-13. Bulldogs lead by 6. And now, as we expected, I believe the Miners into man defense now. Great hustle play there, multiple bodies hitting the deck. And then a quick timeout is called. Smart play from Cooper Mueller, the sophomore. We'll take a timeout, 19-13 with 4 minutes to play in half number 1. So now after a quick 30-second timeout, we are back in action. 4 minutes to play in the first half. And a quick drive there from Cooper Mueller. 19-15 now. Story of the first half so far has been Isaac Castagneto. 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. He's also had a couple buckets inside. He's got 13 of the Bulldogs' 19 points early on. That's too easy for Lincoln Johnson. Shooter's gonna shoot, and that's what Lincoln Johnson does. Magnificent shooter, 22-15 after that wide open look.
Tamarachi there, driving, getting fouled. Looks like gonna give Castagneto that foul.
Miners still trying to trap there with that little half-court press. Lincoln Johnson, is he feeling it? Heat check there, just in and out. 22-17. Carson Tabarashi going right at Matthew Rainier. Gets the and one. Strong take there from Carson Tabarashi.
Yeah, like he says, a strong take. Drove in with Matthew Rainier and met JP at the rim as well. Making the basket, going for an and one.
22-19 after that missed free throw. Bulldogs still up by 3, 2:50 to play. In and out there from Isaac Castagneto, kept alive though from JP. Coach Purcell arguing that Isaac Castagneto wasn't shooting. He definitely wasn't, but nonetheless, he'll go to the line for 2. 22-19. Chance to make it a 5-point game. Shakes the first.
Like
got 14.
Yeah, like he says, an interesting foul call there. About 90% sure he wasn't going up for a shot.
And he does go 2 for 2. Coach Johnson wants a full timeout. And the longer we go on, the more puzzling it is that Coach Purcell is still in a 2-3 zone. Bulldogs have 5 3-pointers here in the first 14 minutes of play. We welcome you back to Provo if you're just joining. We have the Park City Miners visiting the Provo Bulldogs here on senior night. Oh my goodness, what a block from JP Camargo. Mitchell Lindro baseline and was rejected. JP Camargo just too long inside.
Yeah, Lynn there, looking to catch Camargo off guard by going up and under the basket. Camargo wasn't phased and absolutely stuffed him.
And then a very weak foul call there. Coach Johnson not liking it, and Ty McKeon himself talking to the refs. Looked like Cutter Lapine just lost his footing, but was able to sell it enough to draw the foul. He'll try to cut it back to a 3-point game as the Bulldogs lead by 5 right now, 24-19. We have just 2 minutes to play in the first half. Great work breaking the press from the Bulldogs. They've done well with that all season long. Not fazed by it at all. Great ball movement. Only a couple dribbles that entire possession, but touched pretty much everybody's hands. And Isaac Castagneto continues a huge first half. He's got 17. Wouldn't be surprised if that is his highest scoring in one half. Gazelle with a huge bucket back on the other end, and so far the Bulldogs with a 4-point lead. And a questionable traveling call there. Nonetheless, it'll be a turnover, but right now it seems like the Bulldogs are just trading buckets back and forth with the Miners and can't quite seem to get too much of a cushion.
Yeah, head coach Thomas Purcell for Park City staying in the zone. I think he's happy if this goes to a shootout. Like you said, with both teams trading baskets.
And the past few possessions just been a little bit more sloppy, I guess, on the defensive end for the Bulldogs. They've given up 3 or 4 fouls. Luckily, they weren't fouling a lot in the first few minutes, so they only have given up 6 fouls this half, but maybe just a little bit of a mental lapse defensively for the Bulldogs. 26-22. We look at keys to the game for Park City. We talked about limiting touches for JP inside. They've been going into that 2-3 zone, which has definitely limited that. And then their second one was to keep momentum going. They're coming off 2 straight wins, but specifically for Mitchell Linds, he's had 8 3-pointers in his last 3 games, over 20 points in each of those contests, including a 30-point victory, a 30-point performance on Tuesday, as we talked about the Miners beat the Wasatch Wasps. Lind has got 8 so far tonight. 60 seconds to play in half number 1. JP just can't quite save it. And as he's down there on the low block, had good position, but immediately he's just swarmed by defenders. The Miners have done a great job with JP so far tonight.
Yeah, the zone's doing what they wanted it to do. It's limiting JP. But it's also, like we've mentioned earlier, allowed Isaac to go off, have 17 points.
Yeah, we talked about the 1-2 punch. If you try and limit one, the other one tends to go off, and that's exactly what Isaac Castagneto is doing here. A huge reason for the 4-point lead. Lind makes it a 1-possession game and cuts the deficit down to 2 for the Miners. Now he's right on track for another 20-point game. 26-24, 30 seconds to play. Bulldogs likely to just hold for the final shot here. "17 seconds to play. The buzzer, quick pass from Isaac Castagneto inside, and an easy bucket for Ryder McGillivray. Great little bucket there to end the half. Back to a 4-point lead, 28-24. We'll go to the break like that. 16 minutes gone. We've got 2 more quarters to play here on Senior Night in Provo.
Gentlemen, the class of 2021 cheerleaders and dance company.
We welcome everybody back. Half number 2 is now underway here in Provo. 28-24 was the score as we went into the break. Bulldogs lead by 4, make it 6 now. Just how half number 1 ended, we start again. Isaac Castagnetto, probing, patient, finds Ryder McGillivray for easiest bucket on the planet. Tabarachi has used his size very well all night. Strong, aggressive takes to the rack. So it's now 30-26, 7 minutes to play. Wide open three-pointer, book it for McKay Robert. A huge three.
James, one of the big storylines from the first half was Park City's zone defense and how well the Bulldogs, specifically Isaac Castagneto, were able to take advantage of that. Isaac finishing the first half with 17 points.
Counted and one for Isaac Castagneto. Absorbing contact on the fast break and finishes strong with the left hand. Takes a lot of control to be able to finish with that much contact. Just shows you the amount of work and the veteran puts it in. Make it a three-point play, and this is a perfect start here in the early opening 90 seconds of half number 2. Bulldogs been looking for this kind of cushion all night. They now lead by 10. But Tabarachi, once again, keeping them in it.
Yeah, Tamarachi using his quickness and size. Has 8 points already. Well, 8 points. All of them driving to the basket. And getting easy layups.
Isaac turnaround. Oh, 15-footer. That's good. And he is already up to 21 points. Not only are the Bulldog exploiting the three ball, but that high post as well. Isaac Castagneto hit multiple jumpers right there in that little soft spot of the 2-3 zone. 38-28, Bulldogs up by 10, 5:33 to play in the third quarter. Mitchell Lynn, penetration, kick out. Three ball up, and no good. Isaac looks to push in transition. Ran into some traffic, and now he's fouled. So far tonight on senior night for the Bulldogs, we've only seen one non-senior, Lincoln Johnson. Brought him in to hit some threes, and he did have one. Isaac just off the mark there on that inbound play three-pointer. Lead still at 10 for the Bulldogs. We're 3 minutes into the second half. So now talking about the keys to the game for Provo. First one is to get McKay involved. You always have that 1-2 punch with Isaac and JP. There's Tabarachi once again, just too strong inside. But you want to get McKay involved, and he has had a decent contribution tonight. 6 points on 2 threes. I mean, Isaac has done a lot, but they are still getting McKay involved. As we talked about earlier, McKay has had multiple double-digit scoring nights in the past couple weeks.
Yeah, he's really stepped up his game. He's had averaging over 15 points per game the past ever since the Bulldogs went on pause due to COVID.
After that miss, it is still 38-30, with 3:50 to play in the third quarter. And the second key to the game for the Bulldogs was to stay focused, not get complacent, as they are the better team on paper. You look at the records there. JP Camargo finally got his opportunity at a one-on-one in the low post, and he takes advantage of that. Just too big and too strong. 6-foot center, JP Camargo.
Yeah, that was the first time almost all evening that Park City didn't collapse when he got the ball down low. Great job of him taking advantage as Lind there thought he got fouled.
Oh my goodness! JP Camargo with the finish. McKay Roberts layup just off the rim. And JP Camargo tells the ball to get back in there with this emphatic slam. Two-handed. Definitely close to still being on the cylinder when he touched it, but they'll count the bucket. The largest lead of the game for the Bulldogs. My goodness, JP Camargo.
Yeah, that was a great putback there.
Seems like just about every game, he'll find a way to put a dunk in. Always gets the crowd on their feet. 42-30, 2:42 to play in the third quarter. It's been all Bulldogs here in quarter number 3.
Spink there responds with the 3. It's a big 3.
(42-33). Bulldogs gonna slow their offense down a little bit. High post Isaac. Same thing. Same pass, same turnaround, same result for Isaac Castagneto.
He's just feasting on the zone defense. 24 points already.
And honestly, don't know. I guess this is a game plan for Coach Purcell. He's sticking with it. Seems kind of insane to me. In and out on the take there from McKay Robert. And now a little bit of a shove there from Adam Spink. Fans want a technical. Isaac Castagneto controlling his emotions. Honestly, though, to win this game, I feel like Coach Purcell needs to switch up his defense. I mean, it seems insane to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. I mean,
Or at least if you are going to do a zone, at least double Isaac Castagneto, get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible. Just because if you have 24 points in the first 3 quarters of the game, there's obviously a problem with your defense.
over half his team's points. 44-33, 11-point lead. 1 minute, 15 seconds to play in the third quarter. And one too many steps there for Jacob Podlesak. Saw JP jumping right at him and may have scared him a bit, took a few extra steps and gets called for the walk. Now under a minute to play in the third quarter.
Yes!
JP Camargo, what a play call from Coach Johnson. A little backdoor cut, screen from Ryan McGillivray. And the alley-oop dunk for JP Camargo. 46-33. 2 dunks now for JP Camargo in the third quarter. There's a foul call.
I think it was down low. Number 25, Jacob Podlesak. I think it happened after the shot, so if that shot went in, they would have counted it.
Well, you know, we've seen that play called the alley-oop last year. We've seen it this year as well. I remember last year's Lincoln Prager is always the one on the back end of the lob, and ironically, Lincoln Johnson this year throwing the lobs up. But when you have a zone, you gotta know where JP Camargo is at all times. The 6'7" seems like it'd be easy to keep track of him, but he sneaks behind the defense there. and throws it down with two hands. 46-33, 13-point lead. The largest lead of the night for the Bulldogs. 1 second left. They inbound it. Desperation three in the corner, and we've got air ball chance here. 46-33, a lot of momentum shifting there in that third quarter. Bulldogs needed a cushion, and that's what they've got. 13-point lead going into the fourth quarter here on senior night.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to please mask up. Let our athletes finish their season. Please mask up. Michael Hunter, to the table, please. Michael Hunter.
And we are back, start of the fourth quarter. After an air ball three, a great little putback there. 46-35, it's an 11-point game. We had a huge third quarter from JP Camargo. Two huge dunks. Played a large factor in changing the momentum of this game.
Yeah, you talk about those two dunks, got the crowd involved, really caused Park City to lose all momentum.
Well, definitely at the high school level, dunks are huge. You don't see a lot of them, especially in Utah.
Coach Johnson frustrated there. Wasn't too happy that McKay Robert didn't get the ball off in time to avoid the trap.
Well, yeah, you look at the opening play, they get a put-back layup, second chance points for the Miners, and Coach Johnson just doesn't want to leave even a little bit of hope going into these final few minutes. Wants to try and close the door on the Miners right now. 11-point lead, that's not big enough. Definitely not a ton of separation. So after a quick timeout, Miners still in that half-court press. Haven't caused a ton of problems, but Coach Purcell likes it and he'll stay in it. 46-35 is the score. Matthew Ryanier getting a few more minutes as Isaac takes a rest. JP Camargo looking more and more confident down there on the low block. One little power dribble and goes up with his left hand. Pretty move there from JP Camargo, 48-35.
If you're Park City, now's the time to go on a little run. Your own Isaac Castagnetta's on the bench, and they've contained Camargo and Robert pretty well throughout the game.
And they're calling a foul there on McKay Robert. Tabarachi's been sizing up his defender all night. Strong drive there from Lind, off the mark, and now JP looks to push. Wanted the lob right back to him. And you know, you don't blame JP Camargo. I mean, after you get a lob, I definitely want more.
Yeah.
I know the crowd sure wants it. 48-35, 6:12 to play in the final quarter here on senior night. So with Isaac out, Ryder playing that high post position. And now Lind called for a foul, getting a little too touchy there. Isaac back into the game, looking to continue what has been a great senior night for him. Cleans up the miss there, and he is up to 26 points. For Isaac Castanedo, he's nearing a career high.
Camargo not arguing the call there. I think he got some contact. I wasn't so sure at first. I thought that Grizel had traveled beforehand, but looks like they didn't get it. One of two.
JP Camargo just messing with guys right now, showing off a little handles in the backcourt there. 50-36, 14-point lead for the Bulldogs. And you know what, Kale? Looks like they've finally gone to a man defense.
Finally.
And
Oh.
just barely out of Isaac's reach. Couldn't quite handle the pass.
I was going to say, maybe that's why head coach Purcell didn't necessarily want to move to a man. Looks like Isaac's speed was too much for him.
So after 26 minutes of play, Coach Purcell is going to try out a man defense with 14-point lead. Even if it does work, it may be too little, too late here on senior night. 4:38 to play in quarter number 4. We'll be back in a few minutes. And Park City will open up again, coming out of the timeout in a man defense, 50-36. is the score. 4.5 minutes to play in quarter number 4. And Miners get a turnover. Tabarachi, strong move inside. Doesn't get the bounce that time, but
McCune there, I think he got away with a blocking foul.
yeah, a lot of contact on that shot for sure. Ty McCune very hesitant to shoot the three-pointer tonight. We haven't seen him shoot it at all, and he's had quite a few open looks.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's had the opportunity to shoot him, but he's passed him up.
It'll be interesting to see, as we've seen all seniors except Brandon Paxson, interesting to see if Coach Johnson gives him a couple minutes here on senior night. We got 3:50 left in the 4th. Isaac Castaneda, wide open look. Miners fell asleep on defense, wasn't able to convert. .330 to play. Still a 14-point lead.
Okay, Robert there, hand checking the Park City player.
Tabarachi, his shots were falling for a little bit there, and now he's missed 2 in a row. Tide's just off the mark on the layup. Finally had someone his size. Took Lapine to the rack, but wasn't able to convert. Now Tabarachi hits a 3. Coach Purcell likes the life he sees in his team. Now he's gonna try and drop some defense, drop a few plays, see if he can get back into this game. 3 minutes to play, 11-point lead. They're gonna need quite the comeback if they wanna get back into this one.
Welcome back, folks. Pass to McKay. Oh, wow.
There's a foul call. 50-39 is the score. Bulldogs lead by 11. We got 3 minutes left to play here on senior night.
Yes, we are. Isaac Castaneda with his first shot. Great rebound by McKay.
Lincoln Johnson,
Oh, so
wide
close.
open look.
So close, I gotta say. Drives it in. Good defense. Great rebound by Isaac.
With 2:30 to play, Bulldogs may try and just eat some clock up here.
Ooh. Lincoln Johnson.
Had some handles, but threw it away.
Charge foul, hopefully, yes, and they have it.
Isaac got his feet set in the lane. Out of control, drive. Offensive foul.
Yes, they did.
Now a bit of a full court press from the Miners. Ty McCune. JP! He says the man's too small. JP is too big for this league right now. 52-39.
Minute 49 left on the clock.
Under 2 minutes to play.
Can they get the...
Battle
yes, they
for the
can.
board.
Ty McCune.
Isaac Castagnetto, he's right there, just underneath that 30-point mark. Thought about the three, and now Coach Johnson will put up Brandon Paxton up to the scoring table. Be his first minutes tonight on senior night.
Taken away by number 3.
So there will be a foul call with 60 seconds to play in the game. 52-39 is the score. Bulldogs up by 13. They're going to close this one out. Coach Johnson bringing in the reserves.
Brandon Paxton in the game for the first time, seeing some time on the floor. Makes it. Scores now 40-52. Can't make the second one.
And so it looks like the play of the game will be the backdoor cut from J.P. Camargo, the lob from Lincoln Johnson, and the two-hand slam.
It is first shot of the night, Brandon Paxton.
That'll get the bench on their feet. The crowd's loving it. 55-40, largest lead of the game for the Bulldogs. And Brandon Paxton, that's big for him on senior night.
Brandon Paxton again has the ball.
And Brandon takes it right at the defense. He'll go to the line for 2. Chance to get a couple more points. Brandon hits his first, extending the lead for the Bulldogs. He's got 4 points in his minute playing.
Yeah, that's a great sight to see. Brandon Paxton not getting many varsity minutes this year. Coach Johnson putting him in, gets a basket and 2 free throws.
Layton can't convert, and now 20 seconds left. And Isaac Castagnetto and Provo Bulldogs with, I believe we can win chance, are going to hold this one out. 10 seconds to play. 57-40 is going to be your final score. Storyline of the night, Isaac Castagnetto with 26. J.P. Camargo had some big buckets, including 2 emphatic dunks. Brandon Paxton came off the bench with a minute left and put up 5 points. Here on senior night, Bulldogs will get the win. Thank you all for joining us, and have a good night.